Welcome back in the last working trading day of the year, and let's get in Narinder Wadhwa, President of Commodity Participation Association of India, to get in a sense of how the 2022 as an year has been for commodity derivative markets in India. And not a very cheerful note there, Mr. Wadhwa, because we still have 7 agriculture commodities in suspension. We don't have a new contract for cotton for the new year. So slightly dismal, would you say, when it comes to agri as a sector?
Good afternoon and season's greetings from me as well as CPI to your viewers. Yeah, definitely, as you have mentioned, 22 was not that good year for commodities market. Basically, many commodities were withdrawn and we were hoping that these will be launched last week, but didn't happen. But we are quite hopeful and we are engaged with the stakeholder policy holders, and hopefully that will be able to relaunch these commodities and more commodities also. See, 91 commodities are in the list which can be traded on these platforms, and only 30 odd commodities are actively traded. So we wish that all the commodities which are there in the approved list must be traded. And in the last CDEC meeting also, many commodities were approved. So we are quite hopeful, and we are chasing the government also for those commodities to be launched in the commodities market. As far as 22 is concerned, many options, many new products were there from MCX, and a lot of traction in the options market, and new volume records were created. Hopefully more products, more indices and option products will come in the market, and we'll have a robust market, hopefully, in 2023.
All right. I mean, as you said, that the CEDA committee has been working on this, and there is a conversation about more commodities being introduced for the derivative market. You spoke as a CPI president right now, as a CEDA committee member as well. What would you say the last year conversations have been with the exchanges, with the regulator? How much of that has been achieved and what is desired?
So again, more products, as I mentioned earlier, this is the sentiment in the CEDA committee also. They want more products, more, suitable products, not like for the sake of introducing, they want to introduce the product. More suitable products which have a use in the market where the hedging is required. All members are interested to introduce those products.
Okay.
And a few of the products were mentioned also, referred to the government also. And at the exchange end, see, there was a lull in NCDX, but MCX, as I mentioned, many option products were introduced. And going forward, I feel that electricity is a very important contract, and coal will be another contract which all participants are looking forward in the year 2023.
What has been suspended and what is available clearly is something that the markets have been analyzing. But as we look at the data gone by, the trading volumes also seem to have come down. I mean, when you look at the international exchanges, whether it is CMI, CBOT or LME, for example, we've seen volumes of certain commodities actually run through the roof. Aluminum, for example, in the third quarter saw record volumes, and every single day for that 1 month. What do you think is ailing Indian markets in that sense? Because we still are looking for institutional participation. Not too many corporates still are hedging in the Indian exchanges here. They still are hedging outside in other exchanges in the global markets there. What is really being done by the CEDA committee as a membership thing to ensure that we see participation grow here?
Yeah, so earlier we were insisting that all participants should be there, but with the allowing of the participant, there were few hiccups, few issues remained there, and we have highlighted in the CEDEC committee also. These needs to be unplugged, because with those, like there is a custodian issue in the commodities, the delivery issue and GST issue, which we need to fix before we see participation by all the participants in the market. And so is with the PMS, like you have to take delivery, you have to open account with each PMS holder, which is not possible as such. So we have given our submission to the SEBI for fixing those issues. If we want all participation, all across, not only from the financial investor, financial participant, well, the value chain participants also. So we are sensitizing also, need more awareness, more education. So I was discussing with the committee which was created for cotton, PAC. Although you just mentioned that cotton is there, SEBI has approved this cotton contracts, and which is going to be launched by MCX. But more product participants association are associating with us, and hopefully we will have a robust market again. I can say that.
I get that, Mr. Wadhwa. There's a lot of work being done, but so much more needs to be done. I mean, as you said, the GST, the deliveries are, I mean, there are so many things that need to be ironed out before we can see that participation coming in. But we clearly have seen SEBI as a regulator come out with a lot of stuff there. So moving forward, what is the feedback that the brokerages are giving to you right now? What is the kind of growth in participation that we have seen in the Indian markets? What is your own analysis for the year gone by?
Going forward again, see, our all members are working on the data points, and data point definitely indicates that we are going to have a good market, commodities market. I again mentioned 5 trillion economy, 40% will come from commodities sphere, and we have to make this system robust. Exchanges are part of this system. So they are quite hopeful. Members are quite hopeful. New memberships are being taken, especially by the AIFs, and these participants are coming to the market. If everything is fixed, I think there is a good future for them.
Oh, well, yes, there's a lot of hope as we move forward. So a final question, really, a lot of times I understand a lot of case studies also have been done on how the government itself could perhaps make use of the participation on the platforms to perhaps procure or give out excess holdings that they may have of some commodities. Is that conversation at all on?
See, earlier we used to have, because the very purpose, again, I will mention, say, word over spot markets were there, around that derivatives markets were created. In our country, we created a robust derivative market, so to say, and we are building around our spot market and linking it. So that is a need of the hour, and there are committees within the government and in the SEBI also who are looking forward, trying to integrate the market. We need a electronic system for procurement, for servicing the farmers, FPOs, and unless we do it, it's an ongoing process. Unless we do it, the very potential of these exchanges will not be achieved. So we are in.
As you said, Mr. Wadhwa, yes, there's a long list of work to be done, some of it already in progress and some that needs to be picked up yet again in sense of conversation with the regulator or the authorities there. But thank you so much for coming by and listing it out all for us. And with that, we wish you a very happy, prosperous new year. But that's all the time that we have on Halftime Report as well. Business Lunch waiting by.